And welcome back to Let's Play E7. Last time we made it to the end of the Earth Sanctum. Today we are going to be communing with the dragon at the end. One thing I'd like to note about this little area we're in, you notice all of these crystals around here? Not right now, but later. This area can be very, very lucrative for leveling up your skills if you want to grind to get the achievements for learning all of the skills on every character and for maxing every skill on a single character. And I'll go over that strategy when we have the way to enable it, but keep this area in mind and keep this warp point in mind. I've got my party set up for, well, you can probably imagine there's going to be a boss fight. Can't really guess what we'd be fighting though, but I've got a power risk 2 on Elk and Dogi, just because we don't really have any better accessories at this point. If I had a battle bandana, I would definitely put that on Elk, but we didn't have anywhere near enough money to buy that before Zanzibar Firm was blocked off to us. Adol has the blue jewel, since I will be switching to him at various points to get out a bunch of damage really quickly. Being able to use skills for cheap will be helpful to that end. And with that out of the way, let's walk forward. Soon as you approach this platform, you will be thrust into the next cutscene. Let's see what the dragon has to say for us. It'll be interesting to finally see these mythical creatures after only briefly hearing their voices. Fairly dark and dilapidated area, all things considered. Ah, there he is. Appear before us, dragon. We are the Dragon Warrior. We'll get along great. Yes, we were aware of that. Rada-Manj. Let's see if I can commit that to memory. Very big apologies for not being able to remember names offhand very well in this game. They're kind of, I want to say, like pseudo-Arabic sounding thing. Not even Arabic, really. Altago does have a very obvious Arabic bend to a lot of its areas, though, so I'm kind of guessing that's what they were going for, but if that was, I'm not even sure if it's even remotely accurate. That itself reveals my own ignorance, I suppose. Yeah, we're kind of getting sidetracked here. We want to know how to stop the Wind of Destruction. Whoa, that is some gratuitous pop in there. That is the ability of a great dragon. But yes, this is Rada-Manj, the Earth Dragon. And who could have seen this coming? The dragon wants us to prove our worth. To that end, he wants us to beat him up. Alright, well, we're no strangers to settling things with violence, so let's go for it. Alright, and Rada-Manj, the first dragon we come across, and of course the first one we have to fight. This guy is probably my least favorite fight in the game. He is very annoying. Do not mistake me for saying that he's hard. He's not really, although he can hit pretty hard. This fight is just very, very slow and very, very boring, and there is likely going to come a point where I do not have much to say about it. You're probably noticing right away that as we attack his legs, we are not actually doing any damage to his health bar. That is a gimmick to this fight. We have to destroy these crystals on his legs before we can actually render him vulnerable. Ground Fang does pretty good damage against these guys. When he puts his legs together, that is also a good opportunity. When the crystals break, he swings his tail just to get out of the way to avoid it, and he moves over and you have to destroy 2 more crystals on his other legs. That breath attack, very easily avoid just by standing in front of him. Don't worry too much about it. I'm not going to try to flash guard any of these attacks because it is very easy to whiff the timing on these, and pretty much all of these attacks have a chance of poisoning you, and I do not have any Panaceas, so we want to avoid poison as much as possible. This is his final attack in his phase. He drops these seeds down, puts down those little briar patches. Those briar patches do actually do contact damage, so be careful there. When he has his legs broken, he drops down like this. You can actually run during that cutscene. We go up, hit him one time, and then the second phase of this fight starts. We have a brief period of time to bring his health down. After a certain amount of time, his legs will regain their crystals, and we have to go back to fighting him the other way. And I screwed up the flash guard there. I am doing the wrong attack here. I want to do aerial thrust. One thing to note about Elk in this fight, and indeed every character who is tied to a specific dragon, they do bonus damage to the dragon. However, Elk's attack power is so low, he doesn't really do that much more damage altogether. Alright, I'm just going to use the extra skill here because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a flash guard to do more damage on it. Just use it there, get it done. And after a little bit, he will go back and the crystals on his legs will respawn. And we go back to trying to break these. And this is why I dislike this fight. It takes a very, very long time to kill him. Once you know his attacks, it is ridiculously easy to avoid them. So, I say that, and of course, as soon as I say that, I get hit. But yeah, this fight is very slow and boring. I'm going to be doing a bit of a change up here. Now that we have used our extra skill, we want to switch over to using Terran Vortex to gather up as much extra as possible. The more extra skills we can get in this fight, the better we will do. Now, Dogi is probably the worst party member possible to have in your party for this fight, because you've probably noticed his stun gauge is not going up. Rada-Manj is one of the first of many bosses we'll be coming across who are just outright immune to stunning. He cannot be stunned at all, so don't even bother trying. Your stun-heavy attacks like Earthshaker just do nothing, more or less, in this fight. Although, Earthshaker still has really good damage to make up for it, if nothing else. But as you can see, using Terran Vortex, we've gotten a decent amount of our extra gauge back, a little over 30% at this point. Let's see how much we get off of this. And yeah, just that one skill put us over the 50% mark, so very good for getting your extra gauge filled up quickly, especially if you have Sigrun. If you are committing to not using Mustafa for the damage bonus, then Sigrun would be very helpful here for getting those extra skills built up very quickly. Like before, we're going to switch over to Adol. He just does the best damage overall, and he's probably the safest character. Haven't had to use any healing items yet. I don't think you can flash guard that roar, but he doesn't get a chance to attack you before it. Let's see. Jeez. Oh, jeez. That's bad. Alright, we're going to use the Kamika extract here, and let's just use a Striga extract to get Adol's HP back up to full. Here's the final attack you can do in this phase. That is a just Laser Breath. Pretty easy to dodge. If you want, you can try and chain flash guards on it. I don't really like going that way, though. Let's see if I can actually get this... Oh, never mind. It doesn't even reach us remotely. You know, I realized I didn't go over all of the equipment purchases I made. I bought new armor for Adol and Dogi, and I synthesized a new weapon for Adol. This is the Warula. It was the only thing I really had the materials for, but if I wanted a new weapon on anybody, definitely Adol. He could use the attack power the most. And yeah, we didn't get to do very much damage to him at all before he returns to his crystal-like phase. We need to get him down to about 20,000 HP before this fight will go to its third and final and most annoying phase. So far, this fight is just tedious, but boy, the final phase of this fight is just awful. But yeah, now that I've pretty much gone over everything there is to go about with this guy, yeah, I guess I can mention that stomping he does, at present it does not do any damage. It doesn't even seem to stun you most of the time, so don't worry too much about that. But do be mindful of stomping for a later portion of this fight. Yeah, not too much else to say. We've got our extra still, so I'm going to go back to Ground Fang, just because it's a little bit more efficient, does damage a little bit better than Terran Vortex does in this particular instance. Boy, your AI allies are bad at getting hung up on bosses. Let's see if we can flash guard this. Yes, actually we can. Okay, that is a perfect opportunity to get the Lunar Crystal Blade out. Yeah, do some good damage there. And just start spamming aerial thrust. Very good skill for dealing damage to this guy. And I don't think we'll be able to get him down. I was getting a little careless there. I don't think we'll be able to get him down to the final phase of his fight in this cycle, but we should be able to get him very close, if nothing else. I suppose I could try blocking those seed bombs, but I'm not too confident in my ability to do that consistently, so I'm just going to pass on that. Can we get him? No. We're going to have to do another cycle. Annoying, but it is what it is. Once again, we've used up our extra skills, so we want to switch back to Terran Vortex. Yeah, I wish Elk's charge skill wasn't so laggy. If we could get that out a lot quicker, maybe it would be better to be playing as Adolf for this part, but since Elk probably isn't going to see too much actual personal playtime in the rest of this Let's Play, aside from using Bandit to farm items, I want to give him a good showing here, even if he's not the ideal character for this fight. Which is rather funny, considering, you know, this is his neck of the woods. He's the, I want to say Sage? This area, I guess technically Elder. Seems weird to call a kid an Elder, though. Okay, got another Terran Vortex ready. But, yeah, pretty much out of things to say for this fight. Just dodge everything. Like I said, I don't like going for flash guards on the attacks in this fight, because or this particular phase, just because they kind of come out very erratically. The animations are a bit hard to read, so I'm not super confident in my ability to avoid them. Alright, let's get that last... Oh, never mind. I was going to go for another Terran Vortex. We can go for it once we get him disabled here. Let's see if I can flash guard the Roar. Nope, it was a little late. Alright, Terran Vortex. There we go. Now we are in the final phase of the fight, and here is by far my least favorite fight in the game. We get knocked down into this little, I want to say track, and he starts chasing us. Now we have to start dodging and avoiding projectiles and avoiding his stomps. His feet stomping now does hurt you. Avoid lasers, and we've got to wait for him to charge and try to bite us, and when he does that, his head will be level with the ground. Ah, jeez. Yeah, when he rushes up with you like that, your dodges sometimes just don't go faster than he does. There we go. Ow, man, that's terrible. Well, Ground Fang is the best way to deal damage to him here. Terran Vortex takes too long to charge, and it deals less damage than Ground Fang in this particular instance. Let me use some of the Salimera extracts here. I got a full stock of everything except Eco extracts and Marula incense, just because I feel those items are a little too weak to really be worth it at this point. Okay, and yeah, this phase of the fight, we just have to wait until he decides to charge us. Yeah, not exactly my idea of a fun time, and geez, I'm doing terrible. A lot of his attacks are just really random in this phase, like where they go, when they hit. It makes it really tough to actually properly defend against them, really. I really dislike this phase of the fight. Use another Salimera extract there, just in case. I am playing this pretty poorly. I didn't practice this too much, because I determined it's relatively easy, just kind of annoying to actually get... oh, jeez, I'm doing horrible on that flash guarding. I'm trying to guard that so that I can get better damage in, but it's just not working out the way I'm hoping. Actually, at this point, I want to switch to Adolf. Yes, there we go. Lunar Crystal Blade should do some pretty good damage off the flash guard here. And just do a little bit more damage to him. Back to Elk. Whoa, jeez. Come on, Ground Fang, and ah, jeez. Sometimes you get stuck on his legs like that, and you just whiff entirely. Annoying. Yeah, if you haven't told, I really hate this fight. It's just very badly designed. Man, even trying to dodge that, I keep getting hit by that. I should have practiced this more. Oh well. We're close to the end anyway. A couple more Ground Fangs, and we should take him out. Whoops, let him step on me there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's just use that incense real quick. Get everybody back into fighting form. Remember, when Adol and Dogi are getting low on HP, or, well, your party members in general, definitely want to use the incenses so they don't drop out of the fight entirely. Come on, buddy. Yes, go for the bites. And another Ground Fang. Yeah, it does pretty good damage. That was like, what, 1800 right there? Yeah, I think when he does that aura charge, I've gotten hit by that every single time. I'm kind of embarrassed. It does not help that it kind of cramps my thumb to keep hitting the dodge button and hold the charge attack. Just one more charge, and we should have him. Yes, there we go. Oh, oh, come on! No! One more charge! I wonder if Mishira's charge attack could hit him better. Yeah, whatever. This'll take him out. There we go. Rada-Manj taken care of. 15 minutes of one of the most tedious fights in the game. Thankfully, this is the last really awful fight in the game as far as just, like, playability goes. The rest of them are not exactly better design, but a lot more interesting and less annoying in concept. Alright, now what is this aid that he is offering? Well, the dragons, when defeated, mostly they just give you a plot device. We get this shimmering light. And we get the Earth Dragon Stone. This will have one important use later in the game, but for the most part right now it's just a plot key. However, that's not the only reward he has for us. For defeating Rada-Manj, Elk unlocks his level 3 extra skill, Geocluster. Like the previous extra skill upgrades, it's basically just a straight damage boost. Granted, Elk's earlier upgrade did have a more interesting effect. His level 1 extra skill does not actually do damage on contact, if I recall correctly. As always, though, don't quote me on those things. I may be completely wrong. I don't recall it ever doing damage. Granted, I've never had much reason to use it when you first have Elk. But that is our first dragon subjugated. That is convenient. Yeah, he was pretty sizable. I'm going to imagine all of the dragons we're going to come across are rather majestic. I'm guessing he feels better than all right. Haha. Like I said, this will have an important function later in the game, but for right now it's mostly just a plot key. Strange though. I'm sure it'll become apparent when we need it. Yeah! Alright, we got a lead. And presumably gather more stones along the way. But yes, that is Shinoa taken care of. We've got one last order of business in Shinoa to actually address, but we will get to that after this cutscene. Ah, jeez. Looks like Aisha has an objection to Orbis's strong-arming of the Old Town district. Gentrification. Okay. Ow. What a jerk. His bedside manner could use some work. Jeez, though. He sure did pretty quickly get to enacting those new policies after the king died. Oh, jeez. Looks like Maya is having a serious relapse, too. Yeah, we've got to hurry. We've got to get this solved. So, with Shinoa taken care of, we can get back on the road and visit the other regions of Altago. Now, strictly speaking, you don't have to go to Shinoa first. However, all of the levels of the places we can go to are scaled to pretty much be tackled in the same order you originally went through them. So, by that logic, we want to go to Seagram next. Before we do, though, there is a quest to pick up, though we're not going to complete it right now. Come back to Carol Xander here. You may remember that she gave us the quest to offer and make some offerings to the shrine at the entrance of Shinoa Forest. Well, midpoint of Shinoa Forest. Uh-huh. Well, we can take care of that for you. No problem. We just so happen to have enough of those, but like the previous iteration of this quest, there is multiple steps to it, and one of the materials that we need I actually do not have enough of at the moment, so we'll be saving this for later, but no harm in picking this quest up. This is actually a very worth your while quest to do, so you definitely want to pick it up and get back to it later once you have all the required materials. Just for the sake of so you know, in case you do have enough to get to it right now, the required material that I don't have enough of is 20 withered hardwoods. I only have 14 of those at the moment. We're taking a quick warp back to Iska, though obviously we're not staying here. Our next order of business is to get to Seagram, but I alluded to previously that there is something for us if we try to head directly to Kylos. We can come across a military checkpoint and get a little extra dialogue, so let's head there. Additionally, we want to get our next party set up. For our next dungeon, we are going to be bringing Mustafa, of course for Seagram, and Sigrun. This is also the best party in the game, no doubt. Two of the best party abilities working in tandem. Really, really brings up your combat efficacy. Just play as Adol with this team, or even Sigrun and using Aqua Burst, and you've got some serious damage potential on your hands. Heading out this way, we will of course leave the Highlands and head towards Kylos. Though, like I said, there is a checkpoint awaiting us there that will block our progress, but hey, let's go check it out, just for funsies. The way we want to go, of course, is that path that I unlocked with the Moonsong Bell. That will take us to a brand spanking new area, actually, so get excited for that. Coming out into the path to Kylos Gorge. And yeah, that is a sizable number of Dragon Knights. Hey, what's that chest there? I don't remember that being there the last time we were here. If only we could get that. But yeah, security pretty tight here. Probably do not want to get into a scuffle with the Dragon Knights. I'm sure we could take them, but kind of blowing our cover and letting the entire nation of Altago know where we are, probably not a good idea. There are actually two versions of this cutscene you get, one where Sigrun is in the party and one where she isn't. We, of course, have the version where she is. I didn't really think it was worth it to see the version where she isn't here. Fortunately, we already have a way past. I'll meet you there. Alright, here we are at the connecting area to a new area for us. I kind of worded that weirdly. But yes, this is, well, as soon as the text box comes up. Lots of Titanos here, though, as you've already seen. This is, come on, the Wilderness. I was going to call it the Wasteland, so it's a good thing I waited for that to pop up. But yes, new area for us, and it is absolutely swarming with Titanos. We're going to want to get our training rings on so that we can get our skills leveled up faster. Going to put the training ring on Sigrun, and we are going to play as her. We are going to be throwing out lots of Aqua Bursts. I want to get that skill to level 10 as soon as possible, so let's just not beat around the bush. Get to spamming that. Just check out all the damage that does. Great stuff. Yeah, let's hit him with another Aqua Burst, and what the heck, Ocean Squall. Juicy. Very nice. But yes, those giant spiders can drop Titano bones for us. Very nice. Need plenty of those if we want to synthesize all the really good equipment in this game. Heading over here, we've got another one of these guys, the upgraded armored enemies. And we've leveled up a little bit since we've last seen these guys, so we can take them out just a little bit more quickly. You know, I didn't actually mention this before I fought Rada-Manj, but in my preparations reviewing my notes, I found I was actually surprisingly close to the level that I originally beat him at. I ended the video at, I think, level 34 for Elk, and I was only at level 35 when I actually beat him in my personal playthrough, so I did not have to do that much extra work to get ready for him, which I was thankful for. And we'll just take this guy down. Definitely want to fight some enemies along the way so we can get more level ups. The next area, a little bit more difficult, but mostly it's just because we have more opportunities to take damage if I'm not careful. And that guy's taken care of. And what do we got over here? Break these rocks down, get a little bit of SP, find this chest, get more Titano bones. As always, want as many of those as possible. Over here we got this slug guy, we're just gonna let him be. Get a chest full of Titano fluids, it makes up for not killing him. This video is running close to 30 minutes at this point, so I do want to speed up my pace a little bit. Over here, we've got a destroyable rock. Inside this chest, we've got a Hawkeye 3, or 10,000 gold. Yeah, 10,000 gold. Hey, I won't say no to that. Always worth grabbing, even if I'm only just using it to get money. You need a lot of money in this game. Once we get access back to the Zanzibar firm, because I don't think that's much of a spoiler to say, we need 1,000,000 gold altogether to get that, what was it, area seal? Ah, hey, this guy, the Coliseum monster, has been demoted. But this is, let's see, the, 5th Titan. I was trying to remember, if we had fought a 4th one. Yes, the boar inside the Shinoa Woods. This is the 5th of the Titanos that we have come across, and it is the next to last one. There is one more new Titano roaming about that is in the Kylo's Gorge. Just making note of these, because these are the guys that will be filling out blank spots in your bestiary. Over here we've got another destroyable rock. We've seen these so rarely throughout the game, and now we're just running across a bunch of them. The Silver Telenosis. This is a unique accessory. I don't remember offhand what it does, but yes, it shows all enemies, items, and various other things on the minimap. So if there's anything hidden, that's handy for locating them. Not something I really feel is worth equipping, particularly because I know where those things are already. Here we've got a slightly hidden chest with a Cheagle extract. May as well clear out the one in my inventory to get it. Why not? Not going to be coming back that way specifically anytime soon, but we will be coming back to the Wastelands because, as you can see, there is a Pickard here. As I said, Wastelands, Wilderness. We'll be coming back here to grab him later, once we have the quest that allows us to actually interact with him. I forget if there's a chest over this way. We're just going to do a quick check to see. Does not look like it. And it's not hidden by the scenery. Woof! Was not sure which way that guy was going to charge. Wait, is there a chest back here? Sorry, I know I should have these things known offhand. Alright, we're on our way. And here we are at the end of the wilderness. Very short area, but hey, cool to see all these Titanos, right? Use the Moonstong Bell at this little altar here, and we can be on our merry way. This will open up the path that gets us past the Kylos checkpoint and allows us to access the cave byway. However, from this area, we won't actually have a direct access point to Kylos Gorge, so that is not what we're going to be able to get to at this point. If only there was another way we could go to get there. Heading back this way, I think we'll stop at the monument at the cave byway. Cave byway, once again, will take us back to the Seagram Desert, and from there, of course, we can get to Seagram. Whoop, sorry, excuse me. If you need to do any shopping at this point, this peddler is still here. Yeah. If you try to head back that way... Oh, actually, he doesn't sell anything. Never mind. Okay, I am completely wrong. Don't pay me any mind. If you try to head back towards Kylos, you will bump into another checkpoint. We don't really need to bump into multiple checkpoints today, but I'd say that's all we really need to do for this part, so let's save our game here and call it a video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, goodbye.